Yo, what's up everybody? It's Papa Bale and welcome to the channel. I'm currently deciding whether or not I'm going to raise it or keep the rotor elevated to where the coils are, or whether I'm going to drop the coils to where the rotor is. I think I'm going to drop the coils, honestly, because I haven't seen any tremendous benefit on having the shaft roll on one of these. So yeah, it's this runs a lot smoother just having it lay on the bearings that I have set up underneath. I left the magnet on the rotor just in case I change my mind again. That's kind of why this thing is never ending, because I'm always changing my mind, because I only got one space for this in my house. So like, if I change my mind, I gotta do a different thing. Can't have them both running at the same time kind of deal. This one, however, if I manage to get it going fast enough to get enough DC volts, I want it to run another one of these. Just by timing a switch correctly, or a transistor, send the DC energy to another pulse motor and having it spin too. But I'm really not. I mean, maybe with a transistor it might work, but I'm really not anticipating the second pulse motor to run. But we're gonna see. We're gonna check it out. We're gonna build this all the way through, step by step, and we're gonna see if any of this stuff is worth anything what people are calling practical. And I'm like, dude, this is a tabletop toy, and you're gonna talk to me like that? Come on, man. You just sound so serious when you're texting me that I shouldn't be messing around with this stuff for kids or whatever you're trying to say, because I don't know. It's definitely not a perpetual motion machine, so I don't know where that's coming from. Yeah, right on. So yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm a little emotional. That's how I get when I'm emotional. I point out things that displease me. Because I don't know how to deal with that. I mean, what am I supposed to say? It's not a perpetual motion machine. But here, I love this optical illusion that having the two colors in the rotor make. If you can see the shape in the center, it's a hexagonal. And I bet if we get it going fast enough, it'll be a nine-sided shape. Alright, so that's 10 volts. Let's jack it up to 15. 15.6 volts. That's awesome. And that's steady with the switch. I had so much trouble when it was elevated getting it going steady. Oh man, it was really demoralizing me how it was doing that. And I don't know why it's like that. I mean, I got it to go, but it just took so much effort. It shouldn't take that much effort to get it to move. I think this is just spectacular, man. It's terrific. That's an awesome spin. And you know, if it had 12 magnets, that beeping noise that you hear, that crack, the switch would be a lot more higher frequency. It would just be happening so much, or lower frequency. If it's the same as AWG, the lower the frequency, the broader the band. Alright, well, I mean, we're just sitting here watching it spin. I am printing, if you give me a moment. I'll be right back. We'll be in a different area when I come back, but I'll be back in a second. These little bases are going to be for the coils, and they are going to be 1.5 inches high and by 2.5 inches by 2 inches. Oh no, it might be just 2x2. It looks 2x2. So 2x2 and 1.5 inches high, and the coils are going to rest on these for the lowered version, for the on the ground version of the. Oh man, so this is it. Two of them were totally wrecked. See how this one's a little wrecked? These two were totally wrecked. And I'm going to see what happens now since I removed them. If it continues to print well, if these two, don't get done correctly, I'm not hurting. As long as the other ones get done correctly. I got to keep an eye on it though. So I'll be back here in just a second. Thanks, ladies and gentlemen. I just wanted to show that to you. I do have stuff coming to change, lower the rotor and the coils. All right, I'll be right back. Thank you. Wow. All right. So you see how I already have blocks, but they're way too big. They're for an elevation of 2 toroid magnets on the table stacked, and 1 on the rotor. So, because putting 2 on the rotor, you're getting real high on the shaft, and it's going to start wobbling, and then it's going to break, and then you're going to have a mess on your freaking hands, because when it breaks that high on the shaft breaks, that wheel is going to leave the table. Okay, it's going to be going so fast that when it hits the table, it's going to roll right the fuck off, maybe through the wall. Who knows? I mean, it's not that heavy. It's like 1.5 pounds, maybe a little more. Oh, that's so smooth, man. That's awesome. Let's jack it up a little more, because we can do that without circuitry because we're using a homemade switch. There we go, man. That's cool right there. I'm impressed. I'm thinking we're gonna be doing once we get everything squared away, hopefully enough voltage to get more than 1 volt out of this buck converter down here. And I'm gonna wrap more coil. I'm gonna wind, whatever. I'm gonna wind more coil the way I wound this one and this one. Somebody online, I forget the exact name, told me that if you roll them, flip them, toss them from left to right, and then just go over real fast, just like 2 rotations to get back over, and go left to right again. 2 rotations, left to right again, 2 rotations. You want to get close to, when you're working with the smaller, thinner wire, you want to get close to 20 to 30 turns, depending on the size of your coil. Like this little coil right here, 20 to 30 at least to get back to the other side, and 2 to get, wait a minute, no. 20 or 30 to get to the other side, 2 to get back, 20 or 32, 20 or 32. You see what I'm saying? I kind of got the idea, and yeah, it's going to be great. You can already tell by how well this is functioning. It has a core in it, and I think it's working out pretty well with the core. The transformer burnt out yesterday. You can see the brown streak right there. And the yellow, yeah, this is toast. It was running at like 275 volts, and I had it going for quite a few minutes. All right, well, thank you very much. I'm gonna jack it all the way up to 25 volts, and then we're gonna call it a night. Please subscribe. Have a good night. Peace out. See you later. Wow, that is so neat.